I am going to show you two different ways to upload videos to Mosaic from your web browser, and we'll also address how you can use the app to do the same thing. I'm logged in here in the learner role, which means I have access to upload my videos. When you have a video ready to share with your instructor, here are the steps you're going to take. Click Add New Video in the upper left-hand corner. And please pay attention to what your instructor may have told you about how they want your videos named. So maybe I want to call this one Clinical Visit 1, and I want to put my name. The next thing you need to do is select the form for this. If this is a clinical visit, you're probably going to go to the form category called SED Clinicals. Within there, you'll see some options for different forms. For most clinical visits, you are going to use this form called the Danielson eSupervision form. I'll show you how to tag with that form in a different video. You may also see some different forms here, and so pay attention to which form your instructor asks you to use. The last option on here is a due date. You may or may not have a specific due date for your assignment. If you've been given one, you should select that right now. You can always add it later though. This is a nice way that Mosaic can lock the video access, so it's finalized that date. So I'm just going to leave this. I think it defaults to today's date, so I'm going to leave it there for now. Your other option though is that you can click on it and click the delete button on your keyboard, and that will delete that due date. Again, you could always add it back in later. Click Save and continue to upload. You will see that you have two different options for getting a video into Mosaic from the web browser. The first option I'll show you is to upload a video. If you already have a video in a file on your computer or on your desktop, you can either drag and drop right into this window, or you can click this to make sure that you can navigate to that video. So I'm going to scroll down and just pick the first video I have here on my desktop. Next, you'll see it uploading. Longer videos do take some time to upload. This is a very short video, about 2.5 minutes, so the uploading time is quick, particularly because I'm in a high-speed internet. If it is 45 minutes to an hour in length, this is going to take some time, so I recommend you let this run in the background or pick a time to do this when you're also doing something else. Once it goes past the uploading screen and takes you to the processing videos screen, at that point you could actually close your web browser and it will keep working in the background. You'll see if I look on the left here, I know that the video is fully uploaded when I click on the video and I see the name of the video here, and I can see there is the duration of the video is showing up in the left-hand column. If it still says all zeros, that means either it wasn't fully uploaded or it's not quite done processing yet. Once the video is here, you haven't shared it with anyone yet, and I can tell that because I can see the lock still is grayed out. So I am going to scroll over to my options after clicking on that video, and I'm going to click the lock button to do all of the sharing that I need to do. You have two options that you can share. You can share with groups, and this would be if your instructor has set you up for a small assignment, maybe where you're working with your classmates to analyze one another's videos. Then if you click share with groups, any groups that you are in will show up in the box here. If you don't see any groups here, that means you are not in any groups. Your instructor did not set that up. So you are going to go ahead and share to individual users. You'll see that we have a wide range of users here at ISU. We have hundreds and hundreds of users in the system. So the easiest way to find the person you're looking for is to just start typing their name in the box so that you can scroll and select them, select your instructor. The next thing you have are a few options about who can see that timeline. Remember, the timeline is what shows up below your video that shows all of the moments you selected. The first box is checked for you already that says make my timeline visible to others. That's going to be very important so your instructor or your classmates can see what you marked up. If your instructor also plans on tagging the video, then you are going to want to check the second box that says make others' timelines visible to me. If this is a small group assignment and everyone needs to see everyone's timelines, then you could check that third box. If this is just between you and your instructor though, the top two buttons are sufficient. I'll go ahead and push save now. you'll see that that lock button has opened, so it looks like an open lock now, and the same thing here in the left-hand column. That gray closed lock is now a teal colored open lock, and that means the video has been shared with somebody. I want to show you a few other options here that you are going to need to do. If you did not select the correct form, or you put the wrong due date, or you don't need a due date, you can change all of those video settings by going over to the gear icon on the right and clicking Edit Video Details. This will give you some different options. If you didn't name your video the correct way to begin with, or you didn't know how to name it at first, you can change the video name here. You can switch the primary form. You can change the date of your lesson, so it will default to today's date for the date you made the video. But let's say you wanted to label it by the date of the actual lesson you recorded, you should be able to switch that here by clicking on the calendar. If you didn't have a due date and you needed to add one, you can check that box and you'll be able to add one now. You can also change the timeline visibility settings. The last thing I want to show you on here is what you should do when you are ready to fully submit this video. You're going to go to where it says change ownership of this video to. This means instead of you owning the video, meaning you have the ability to delete the video, you're going to transfer ownership of the video over to your instructor. The real reason for doing this is so that your instructor can have control over these settings if they need to alter due dates. They also will have the ability to delete everyone's videos all at once at the end of the semester without having to prompt you to delete your own videos. So we are going to change the ownership of this video, and you are going to look for your instructor. Again, you can search for them by name. Once you push save on this, you will no longer have editing control over your video. You will have access of your video to be able to mark up and annotate, but at this point, this is the equivalent of turning something into your instructor. You're transferring ownership over to them. So think of this as submitting your observation video. I'll push save. Now if you notice that I transferred ownership over to somebody else, I no longer have any of those editing options. I do have a button where I can download reports of what I tagged, but I do not have the ability to edit my video any longer. So that's really important that you wait to do that until you are ready to turn it in. Okay, so I showed you how we can upload your video that you already have on your desktop. Let's say you are engaging in e-learning and you want to record your screen right within Mosaic and share that video with your instructor. I can also do that within this platform. I'm going to click Add New Video, and again, I'm just going to call it Test because I know I can change the name later, and I'm just going to pick any form. Again, if you don't know what form, you can always change it later, and save and continue to upload. This time, instead of uploading a video, we're going to record a new video on our screen. And if you're doing live e-tutoring and you have permission to record your students, or let's say you want to talk through your lesson plan without real students and use that as a submission for your clinical observation, then you can click record and upload your video over here. It is going to pull from your camera on your computer. So I have my webcam pointing at me right now. It may prompt you if you haven't already given Mosaic permission to use your camera. There are a few other options in here. I can change what microphone it is pulling from. I can change what camera if I have multiple cameras. And I can click on this picture that looks like a monitor, and I can choose to share my screen. This is the part that's going to be really useful. It's going to record from Mosaic, stay within the platform, and you can share what you're doing on your computer for e-learning. You can either share, I have multiple screens going, so I could either share my main laptop screen or my extended desktop. I can pick a specific application window, so this is right now Chrome, or I can pick a specific tab on Chrome, which is really nice. If you notice, Chrome is a great internet browser to use with Mosaic. It tends to work pretty smoothly, and it gives you these nice options. So let's say I was doing some e-learning with these Google Slides. I can choose specifically that tab that I have set up at the top of this Google Chrome window, and I can push share. So that's going to take me over to my slides. So if I was teaching this way, it's recording my screen right now. I can go over back to Mosaic, and when I look here, I can see that it's capturing that tab, that Chrome tab. It's showing me up here. If I point to that blue box, that is the tab that's being recorded. Actually, I should point out, I'm not recording quite yet. I am recording my screen for you, but when I'm ready to start recording, I have to click the actual record button down here on the bottom left. So if I was clicking record, now it's recording this lesson here. I'm going to push stop for a moment. You'll see when I push stop that recording, it's automatically going to upload that video. So it's recording my screen, it'll upload, and then I can change those sharing permissions once the processing is finished. The last piece I want to show you is no longer on the screen here, so I'm actually going to push exit because I'd already recorded this video. So let me exit for one moment, we'll come back into this. Let's take a look at what happens after I finish recording that video. It shows up over here in my left-hand column, and now I have all of those same share options again. And remember, make sure once it's all ready to share with your instructor, you can share it here, and then you want to also go over to the gears icons, edit video details, and to officially submit your video, even if they have access, change the ownership to your instructor. So now I am back on my main screen here. I have videos on the side. I have now shown you how to share the video with your instructor, how to upload them in 2 different ways. The final option would be to use the Mosaic app. If you are planning on using your phone or an iPad or some other tablet to record your videos, and you don't have an easy way to get them from your phone or tablet to your computer, you can just record them directly from the app and it will upload for you. I just recommend if you do that, you come back to the web later after the video has uploaded and processed, and you still do all of your sharing from here, from the web browser. Don't try to do any of the sharing. I'm not even sure if you can do it from the app, but the nice thing about using the app and uploading it to your account is that you log in. It only temporarily stores on your phone, so you don't have to worry about it staying on there forever. Once it's uploaded to the cloud, it deletes from your phone and it's stored on the website. It also optimizes the video size so it's not such a large file, so the uploading speed is ideal.